Ladies and gentlemen, the unusual artistry of Sid Croft.
Wow. You know, that's the Wicked Witch of the West. It's Kelly. She did a pretty good job. And that puppet is over 60, almost 65 years old. Okay, I freaked out this morning. You know, every Sunday I go to farmer's market. And I get up as soon as the sun comes up. And I was brushing my teeth. I never look in the mirror, but I did this morning. And did you see my eye? Oh my God, I freaked out. And I called my eye doctor that early in the morning. And Dr. Wes Whedon, if you're ever in Los Angeles, the greatest on the planet eye doctor. And he said, oh, it's nothing. And I said, well, what am I going to do? I have a show. I look like I'm going to do a horror movie. And he said...
Maybe the show is a horror movie.
No, it's not going to be, Kelly. Okay. And he said, oh, it's going to take at least 7 days. What you did, you probably coughed or sneezed or... I said, I'm old. I do all those things. And he said, a blood vessel broke. And I don't feel anything. But I sure don't look pretty.
You look gorgeous.
Yeah, sure. The witchy poo in the HR puff and stuff asked Seymour to make her beautiful. And he said, I'm trying. I only have 6 arms. So where are you, Seymour? Okay. The show must go on. So forgive me about my eye. Look, Mom, and look, Dad, I made it. Today is my 100th show. Wow. And today is the Academy Awards. I promise, you know, it's at 5 o'clock out here and 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock on the East Coast. So we'll go off at 4 o'clock and you'll see who's wearing what. It's always the last hour. That's the most important hour to see, you know, what the women are wearing and the men. They're wearing tuxedos. Okay, so anyway, you know, this is the 94th Academy Awards. I saw them all. No, I didn't. Okay. But I did see about 75 of them. Can you imagine? I never miss the Academy Awards. Well, none of us do. And I went to 3 with Jack Wilde and Marty because he was nominated for the Artful Dodger in Oliver when he was shooting Puff and stuff. And I think before that, I went, Van Johnson, do you remember who he was? A huge movie star. And he was a friend of mine, and he was being honored, not nominated. And he wanted me to be there. I didn't have a seat. I was backstage. I even have a picture of me with Van Johnson right before he stepped out on the stage. And forgive me, we're going to find it, and I'm going to post it. And the third time was with Alan Carr produced the Academy Awards. Remember that one? Where Snow White sang Rock Around the Clock or something, and he got crucified for something.
Was
really
it produced
weird
by Sid and Marty Krofft? Were they wearing, like, I don't know, car wash outfits?
No, Kelly. So the reason I went is because all the celebrity puppets from DC Follies, we did the pre-show before the Academy Awards with all those puppets. Okay, enough about me. You know, every time, no, it'll be about me again. Well, I'm going to torture all of you out there.
Good thing your name's at the top of the show.
It is?
Yes.
Wow. Did they spell it right?
Probably not. I
Two F's.
hope not.
And one T. Okay. When we get an award, honestly, I spend weeks and maybe a month really thinking about it, because I don't want to walk on with a piece of paper, but I got to tell you something. It is the most frightening thing of my life, because when they announce your name and you walk out there and the celebrities, you know, they light up the auditorium, and all the celebrities are staring at you, and maybe thousands of people behind them. Wow. It's like, and I love when a huge star comes on to accept getting an award, and they get $20 million a picture, and they're only allowed to do 2 minutes, and they take a piece of paper out of their pocket. They can't remember a 2-minute speech. That always blew me away. But I can see why, because we've seen a lot of celebrities say, wow, this is frightening. And, you know, and they're always shaking, and it's really, really scary. And I always tell the producers, because they tell me to do 2 minutes, and I always say, hey, I've been in this business 80 years. Please give me 1 minute for every 10 years. And they do. And usually my speech goes on and on for about 12 minutes. But I guess I have a lot to say, you know.
I guess since this is your 100th show, we can go over our 5-minute intro.
We do? We are going over our 5?
Yes.
Okay, I got to tell you about what's happening today. It is our 100th show. And you know how much we love Kelly? What is it? A bushel and a peck. Remember that song?
Yes.
And even more. And so, you know, I want to tell all of you, Kelly is not only the technician on this show, she's the producer. She does the pictures. She does the electrical. I always show her where the plugs are in my house. And she does the sound. And there would be no show without Kelly. And so I think we got to give her, you know, she deserves an award.
Oh, I do?
Yeah. Like, she's a one-woman director, producer, you know, and all those things. And it's going to be called the One Woman Brilliant Kelly Award.
That's a lot.
It is. Is it too much to swallow?
I hope it's in large print.
So Kelly's got something up her sleeve.
Oh, goodness.
She's told me very, very little about it. So here is our 100th show, and
it's a salute to puppetry.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kelly, let her...
Kelly! Okay, so just to give you a little intro, since Sid used up all my time. Just kidding. It is Sid's show. So, just to let you know, we would not be here if it wasn't for puppets. From the very beginning, we all know Sid's story about seeing the puppet show and it leading to him getting his first puppet, him becoming a street performer, him going to the circus, him performing all over the world, including being the opening act for Liberace, Judy Garland, and Edith Piaf.
And many more.
Burlesque.
and you know
vaudeville.
What? It's the oldest form of entertainment. Did you know that?
And every single person from every single age understands a puppet, and there's love for puppetry, and there is something that is so wonderfully magical about puppets. And so today, for our 100th show, we have a great lineup for you today, and it's all about puppets. So let me see if our very first person today is waiting in the wings. Hold on one moment. Let's see where they are at. Here we go.
Who we going?
We are inviting Scott Land. Yes.
Scott Land in Las Vegas.
Yay,
Scott
and it's like Lisa.
and Lisa.
Hi there.
And Lisa. Oh, I'm so glad you both came on.
Thank you.
Well,
We're going to switch over now, and Scott is going to come on in just a few moments. Wait, sorry.
Okay.
There we go. You can hold it back.
Let's start the music.
How great. Oh, how sad. How cool. Thank you. Wow, Scott. You know, marionettes, of course. There you are, Scott.
Prize for you.
Wow. Scott, tell us who all these people are. How cool. You know, we had a...
He's at my school here in Las Vegas.
Wow. Oh, my God. Because it brings back so many incredible memories for me, because we had a school here in Los Angeles, because all the puppet shows that we had, we employed over 130 puppeteers.
Wow.
And so, and all the Six Flag parks, and so we opened up a school. The admission was free, and you know, and Tony Urbano ran the school.
Yes, I actually auditioned for it, and that's how I met Tony, and then I worked for him performing his shows in Laguna Beach at the Festival of Arts.
That's right. Oh, that's right. So we met,
There's
we
all-
must have met way back then.
Yeah,
And of course we saw each other again at Brookridge.
yes, and you actually came down with Tommy Toon to Laguna Beach to see the show.
Wow, no way.
Yeah.
How cool. Wow. See, there's so much has happened in my life, and it's hard to remember all of the detail, but the mind is still working pretty damn good. Hey,
Thank you, everybody.
hey, thank you so much. Scott, I'm coming to Vegas soon, and Scott, invite me.
Please.
And congratulations to all of you. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Wow, wasn't that a trip? Yeah. You know, puppeteers are really hard to find today. And of course they are all over the world, and they've created, you know, the most. When I travel to countries and see the magic that they have created, it hasn't been tapped. It's just amazing, amazing, the talent out there. So go ahead, Kelly.
Okay, so our next guest he has been with us since the very beginning
That's
of Sundays with Sid. So during COVID is when we kind of started the show, and we did a show us your COVID puppet. So for those who have been with us forever, you remember it was like madness and mayhem in the beginning. And this young gentleman actually started coming on with us, and he has been featured on Debbie Allen's lives several times because he is fantastic at building puppets and explaining how to build puppets to children and children at heart. So I would love to invite and introduce to you Liam. And he's coming on up.
And Liam does the best voices. As a matter of fact, he did HR Puffin stuff, and I said, Liam, if we do the movie, you are going to do the voice. Liam!
You didn't want to see that. It was just a big mess. Oh, wow. We're like 5 seconds on. Mr. Croft, hello.
Wow, hey.
Hello.
Nice to see you. Oh, my God. Are you going to ask me some questions?
We sure are, but my assistant is coming out with a text. Bruno, get out here! What?
Wow.
Mr. Croft is here to talk to us. You're making this up. There's no Oh, Mr. Croft!
Wow.
Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you.
How cool. I love your characters. They're incredible.
Thank you. I believe we should introduce ourselves to those who don't know.
Yeah, please.
My name is Garbo Gorilla. And my name is Bruno. Just Bruno. I don't go by my last name or species
Do we
name,
talk
unlike
about
some
Bruno
people.
these days?
Here we go again. Oh, Bruno, come on. Bruno.
Bruno, get back.
Kelly, you're not the first one who's made that joke. Almost every time I introduce myself, somebody says that.
You're welcome.
Oh boy. Well, listen, we have somebody similar that has the same job as Kelly, who's right behind. You can't see him, but it's our friend Frank, who's behind the camera. Hey, Frank, say hi. I said. Yeah. Okay. There you go. You heard from him. So he is holding up.
Why is he invisible? Where is he?
No, he's behind the camera.
Oh, he's doing the camera.
He's holding the camera.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Well, he's doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Sid. He's holding up. He said we're supposed to interview you, so he has some questions that he's holding up on cue cards.
Okay.
What is the first question?
I just said you can't remember? Why do you need a cue card?
Well, because a lot of these, he says that these are questions that he feels are very important to ask, and he does not want us to forget.
You didn't want to forget. Okay, I accept that.
Okay, first question. Am I really going to ask that?
Yeah.
It's on the cue cards. You got to read it, Garbo.
Yeah.
How much teeth whitening toothpaste did Donny Osmond use?
Oh, my God. I never went into his bathroom. I don't know.
Well, if you watch the Donnie and Marie show, they had that giant tube of toothpaste in a locker.
That's right. No, I just, I had Donnie on not too long ago. He's been on 2 of my shows. No, amazing. Just amazing.
He is amazing.
Yeah.
What is our next question? Who weighs more, HR Puffin Stuff or Sigmund the Sea Monster? Who is giving us these questions?
Well, come on. Who weighs more? I mean, HR Puffin Stuff, he's huge. Sigmund's just a little tiny guy.
Yeah, but wouldn't he be weighed down with water?
He lived in a cave. Yeah.
We don't know where these questions came from.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, they're
Who is
fine.
sending these in?
They're fine. I like your
Oh boy.
I like your background set.
Oh, thank you. We're just in the shed of the Crumpet House.
Oh,
this is where we hang out.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Bruno, you're gonna ask this next one because I don't want to. All right, fine. Why couldn't DC Follies have taken place in California?
Well, because it was in D.C.
Is it the actor on the ass?
Because that was a bar that was right down the street from the White House. And that's how Reagan and all the political people used to go to that bar on their break. And if in Hollywood, we would have had, you know, all the Hollywood people. But they did come to Washington, and we did have Cher and Bette Midler and Michael
And Whoopi
Jackson,
Goldberg.
you name it, you know. But I got to tell you something about where you are. I was born in Canada. Do you know that?
Oh, we know that.
Yeah.
We know that.
I love Canada. I played there many times, even with Judy Garland and
No kidding.
Edith Piaf, and you know, in Montreal and Vancouver. I played Vancouver, and of course, what was the other place? It was Canadian.
There's so many you can't keep track.
Toronto. I mean, how could I forget Toronto? Because I know
We just went there recently.
Yeah, a lot of people out there are watching us today. Well, from all over the world. Did you know that? Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at all these people.
Look at
Look at all these people in the comments.
Yeah, from every country in the world. So listen, guys, and Liam, you are so talented. I mean, you're operating both those puppets. Two puppets.
Yeah, he is. He's down there.
He's always on the floor. We don't know what he's doing down there, but whatever.
Really, and he's got his hand right up your, you know what?
Oh, you had to mention that.
Oh my God, Liam, you pull yourself.
Said question. What is the rating on this stream?
PG-13.
No, it's not. It's X.
17.
Once in a while, we say a few. You know.
Yeah, but that's not X-rated. Don't listen to Sid.
I wish we would have known that before we would have written our material for this.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, before you go,
Hey,
or before
Liam,
we go,
tell real quickly. Tell us what you're doing. Yeah, I know that you're.
oh, well, we'll tell us for So we are currently working on a variety show called The Rat Pack. The second season is on its way here.
Uh-huh.
A lot of great things are happening. Many new characters being introduced.
Yeah, you know, lots of new characters being introduced. The format of the show is going to be a little different, but, you know, same old crumpets.
Same old stuff. And we have some other kind of secret projects in the way that we won't tell you about just yet, but there's lots and lots of things going on.
Well, Liam,
so
you
stay tuned.
It. You are so talented. Don't forget, it's been 2 years. Now, how old are you now?
He just turned 18.
18. Can you imagine out there, everybody? 18 years old. So he was 16 when he first came on.
When he first came on.
Yeah.
And he hasn't changed a bit.
Really? Well, grow up, okay? Just grow up.
Yeah, you hear that?
Yeah. Hey, love you.
Now, real quick.
Hey, yeah.
Real quick, before we go, just one little thing. Gerbo has just butchered.
To celebrate your 100th show, the Crumpets have got you this complimentary pizza. Really?
Wow.
Pick it up with your head, you idiot.
Wow.
Sorry.
Hey, thank you so much for doing that. I hate to break
thank you.
I hate to bust your bubble, but I'm going to share it with Kelly. Is that okay? Because I don't eat pizza.
It's possession is 9/10 of the law. Do whatever you want.
Right. Hey, I love you.
Well, thank you for having us on, Sid. Take care.
I love you. Just keep
Happy
watching.
100th.
Keep watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Now, Kelly.
Our next guest, we have been back and forth with a few times. This is a fantastic person when it comes to puppetry. Very vested, part of the Puppeteers of America, also runs his very own Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Trivia Puppet joining us.
Trivia Puppet. Wow.
This is Dustin with
Hey.
Trivia Puppet.
Dustin, I can't wait because Puppeteers of America, I was 15 years old when it was after the war, and it was the first.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Oh
are we
my-
on? Oh my
You're
gosh.
on.
Hi, Sid. Hi,
Oh
it's
my
your friend
God.
Peppercorn.
How
Hi.
cool.
What's your name?
Peppercorn.
Hi, Peppercorn.
Hi. Oh my gosh, Sid, I'm so excited for you and happy to celebrate you. Embarrassingly, I prepared a 2-minute speech, but give me just a second here.
2 minutes.
Of course, I don't really need that, but
Okay, let me ask you something. If you go over the 2 minutes, the orchestra is going to play you off, so you better just talk quickly and
of
get
course
it all
you
in.
That's
Go
for
ahead.
sure. Well, Sid, I just wanted to send you the congratulations from Puppeteers of America. The board
Thank
sends
you.
their
Wow.
congratulations and very happy messages for your contributions to puppetry. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much. That
Yeah.
means a lot, because
Oh.
like I said, it's the oldest form of entertainment, and I have so much respect for all the puppeteers out there and puppetry. So thank you.
Oh, that's so heartwarming. I love it. Now, I know we don't have a lot of time, but I did have one question for you, Sid.
I love it.
I think she was in DC Follies, if I remember correctly. But do you have any funny stories about Phyllis Diller? She's one of my favorites.
Oh my God, Phyllis Diller. Phyllis Diller came to my house many, many times. We were very close friends. And Phyllis, I don't drink. And Phyllis used to bring, she swiped the little bottles. Remember on the plane, they had the little tiny miniature bottles of
Sample
booze?
sized, right,
Yeah.
sample sized.
And she liked to just have a little shot. But I got to tell you something about Phyllis. You never, ever could tell her a dirty joke because everything, all her material, and what a beautiful soul that woman had. And so funny, because she wrote everything herself. And wow, I really miss Phyllis Diller. As a matter of fact, I have a picture, Kelly. It's on the bar.
It is on your bar. Do I have to go grab it?
Yeah, you gotta go grab it. I have a little picture of Phyllis Diller, the little tiny one, right?
Yeah.
You got it?
I found
And I
Oh,
gotta show
wow.
you this. And
Here, let me hold it.
That's
Isn't that-
amazing.
isn't that incredible?
Wow.
And that was taken at my house. Yeah.
Back when Sid was 15 years
I
old.
was like, no, I was 12. Yeah.
I think only one person has plastic surgery in that picture. So.
Yeah. No, I've never, I should.
Stop it.
'Cause I have
Resist the knife one more
turkey
year,
neck.
Sid. You're doing good.
Okay, thank you so much. Send me a picture when you're 92.
We're working on it for sure.
And your hair is going to turn gray. It's okay. You'll still be charming.
Oh, thank you, Sid. So, I just need 5 more seconds. Someone wanted to tell you something.
Okay.
But give me just a moment here.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
This is Mr. Ruffles, the showbiz bunny. And much like Kelly, I'm the brains behind that little twerp over there, Sid. And I've been in the business a long time, just like you. And I can just admire you. But I was telling Kelly, you like her so much that you better be paying her in carrots and not lettuce, if you know what I mean. But I just wanted to take a moment to say congratulations again on 100 episodes. And I sure hope there's 100 more.
Yay!
100 more?
That's right. Get to
my
work.
God. Then I'm going to have a walker. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
so
Take care,
much.
Sid.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. So much fun.
It is fun. puppetry. It's my life. It really, you know what? Without puppetry, I wouldn't even be sitting here talking.
Neither would I.
That's right.
I wouldn't be here
because it's puppetry that got me here. And all you puppeteers out there, look what a little puppet for $3.95 did for me. That was my first puppet. And wow, it's amazing when I look back. And I'm self-taught. I don't come from a theatrical family. And so thank you, all the puppeteers in the world out there. And I know that you're watching. And thank you for all the compliments. It really means a lot.
So I have a puppetry puppeteer question for you.
Okay, a puppeteer.
Yes.
That's a mouthful.
Blah, 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 blah. So when you were out on tour with your marionettes all over the world, was there an act that you did based upon the stage or the theater that was much more cumbersome than something else?
Oh, I travel with so much crap. I mean, oh my God. I mean, yeah. You know, trunks and trunks. I mean, when I played in Cairo, and I took, I would always try and save as much money as I could because I supported my family. So I took a cattle boat from Marseille to Alexandria. It was a nightmare. There were cows and chickens and just one little tiny room that you could rent on the ship, and they had the worst food. You know, it was a nightmare. Okay, and I ended up in Alexandria with all my crap, all these. Well, what? I'm sorry. I apologize.
How many marionettes did you bring with you?
My act had maybe 15 or something like that.
And were they each in a trunk?
No, you know, and I had a lot of props because I didn't work in the stage. I worked on the floor in black like a dancer. I moved, I covered the whole stage. They just never saw anything like it. I took puppetry, and I have to take credit for this. I took it and brought it into the adult world because puppetry, even my first agent said to me, I can't sell a puppet act. That's for little kids. And that's where I came up with the unusual artistry of Sid Croft. And that gong, well, you've heard this before. I traveled with a huge, huge gong because that's how my act opened up. In the dark, I never let somebody introduce me direct from Radio City Music Hall. Let's give them a big hand. I was smart enough to know whoever I followed, they would black out the stage and a voice would say, ladies and gentlemen, the unusual artistry of Sid Croft.
That's my job.
And then this big gong that the orchestra would hit. Oh boy, I'll tell you, that got everybody's attention immediately. How about my eye?
All right, it looks great. So
yeah,
we've got somebody waiting in the wings. Don't shit your pants, but if you do, you might be able to use them to clean yourself up. Not really sure, but let's see where they're at.
Talking
about?
You
never know.
This is
with
a family hour.
I know,
ladies
I know.
And gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, hold on. I gotta. Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. It's Toily. It's Toily.
Toily.
Yes.
Is it a talking toilet seat? No. Oh my God. Oh, I've seen you.
Hi, Sid.
I love you.
I love you too, Sid. How are you, my friend? Congratulations on 100 episodes.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. This is what a great, great surprise. I love, well, we all love toilet paper. I mean,
you disappeared during coronavirus.
Yeah, at the beginning of the pandemic, I was hiding. I didn't want to be anywhere. You know, people were hoarding me. I didn't want to be hoarded.
What? Do you want to know something?
Yes.
I gotta tell you something.
Please.
You know the spool that's in the middle of your head?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, in the 50s and the 40s, that used to be made out of wood. It was a wooden spool, and I put 4 nails on the top of it. I hammered 4 nails, and with wool, millions of yards of wool, I made a little throw rug.
From weaving it through the top of a piece of toilet paper.
Toilet paper. And I used to sell it for, I don't know, $1. That was a lot of money, in the 40s and 50s. And that's how I made extra money.
So Sid and toilet paper goes back a long way.
Sid, you can use my roll hole anytime you want to make money.
Roll hole. Oh my God! Thank you so much.
So Sid, I gotta ask you. I'm an actor. I'm living out here in Hollywood. I'm trying to get roles. I go to auditions all the time. How can you've seen a million auditions. What's the most important thing I do when I go in for an audition?
The most important thing, I'm sure you've gone to class, right?
Yeah, sure. I've been to classes. Yes.
Yeah. The most important thing is cold reading. That is what they need to teach you in class, because there are hundreds, sometimes 1,000 people going in for the audition, and they're going to throw you off if they can, because they want to know how much experience you have, and they might just hand you a script, and boy, you need to really immediately become that character. And, when we get rejected, it's not because maybe you're not good. It's because we don't know what they're really looking for.
Right.
It might be somebody taller. It might be somebody,
Or maybe they want a plunger and not toilet paper.
No.
They want a plunger? I'll be there. Get me out of here, please.
Oh my God.
This is my show.
You are so equipped. Oh my God, you're the best. I mean, you've got all the proper props, don't you?
Thank you. Now, Sid, let me ask you another question. I'm a roll of toilet paper. I hang out in bathrooms a lot. You have traveled the world. I'm sure you've been in a million bathrooms. What's the strangest thing that you've ever seen in a bathroom?
It was in London. But I don't think I can say it.
You can.
Okay.
I can?
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, why not?
It is?
Who cares?
I won't be arrested?
Not right now.
It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And no, I can't say it.
Okay.
No, I really...
I understand.
What is the strangest thing? You know what? I will say something. I would love to be the fly on the wall in the woman's bathroom, not to look, but just to hear what they talk about.
Everything.
In a woman's bathroom.
Everything.
I just think, and I got to tell you something.
Do men talk to each other in the men's bathroom?
No,
No,
we do
not. It is a strict code of silence.
No, not like women. But I got to tell you about the bathroom. There was a show on Broadway called Hell's the Poppin'.
Yes!
It's the longest running show. It was at the Winter Garden. And when you went to the bathroom, it was Olsen and Johnson.
Olsen and Johnson, right.
It was insane,
Yeah,
I mean,
the movie is fantastic. I've seen the movie.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
And I was in an Olsen and Johnson show in Chicago, their next edition of it. And so, and we did it in Chicago too. When you went to the bathroom, in the men's bathroom, all the urines, they had cellists sitting in the urines, playing the
wait.
cello.
In the urinals
In
or
the
in the urine?
No, in the urine. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody knows what.
Like
No,
they were in the stalls.
not in the stalls.
Not in the stalls. Okay.
In the urine. Got
In
it.
the urine. All right. In the urinals.
I mean, you're toilet paper. You should know what the hell we're talking about.
I gotcha.
Okay. Oh my God. I love. How did you come up with this concept?
Well, my mom was a tree and my dad was a industrial toilet paper making machine, and they fell in love, and here I am.
Oh, are you soft? Are you 2-ply?
I am 2-ply, although through the pandemic I bulked up a little bit. I'm more of a 4-ply now. So I have to start working out.
Why is it so why is it so hard to find toilet paper? I mean, where does it come from?
I don't know. There was nothing in the symptoms for COVID. There was nothing about pooping your pants. So I don't know why people got all crazy about it.
Isn't that insane? There are just so many things that I just can't figure out.
Me neither. I'm with you.
And all these years I've been on this planet, and I've experienced so many incredible, insane things. We are living in the craziest times, right?
When you woke up this morning, did you think, I'm going to talk to toilet paper today? Did you have that?
No. Oh my God.
No.
No. Well, of course, we've all used it by this point because that's.
Well, now you're the crazy man talking to it.
Well, you know me. You know,
I got one more question I got a question for you. My assistant Maribel, much like Kelly is your assistant, my assistant Maribel loves the Brady Bunch. So I have to ask you, out of all the Brady Bunch children, who is your favorite?
All of them.
All of them.
Well, come on. They're all friends of mine. And they've all, most of them have appeared on my show. They were so cool because the first time the Brady Bunch did a concert at the Hollywood Bowl, the second part of the HR Puffin Stuff show, a night at the Hollywood Bowl. There were 16,000 people, and they did the second half because they already put together a group, a singing group, and God, the Brady Bunch, come on. I mean, that is a treasure for all of us, you know. And so, when we shot Puffin Stuff, and on the Paramount lot, next to our stage, in the next stage was, across from us was the Brady Bunch. They were really, really young. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then next to us was Lucy, the Lucy Show.
Man.
And that's where I met. And we became
So
really...
a whole bunch of no-name people that no one's ever heard of.
Yeah.
I know it. And you know what? Do you notice, everybody out there, I am a huge name dropper. And, but I...
Toilet deals with other kind of droppings.
Droppings, yes, droppings.
Yeah.
Listen, when you go through this life, you deal with a lot of crap. I do that every day. I deal with crap every day.
Really. And you know what? It's crazy, but because all my rolls of toilet paper, they don't have eyes. What happened? I mean...
Aren't you glad? They're glad that they don't have eyes, and they're glad they don't have noses.
And no nose, yeah.
No nose.
Well, in the circus, see, you just have to mention something. In the circus, when I was 15, in the freak show at Ringling Brothers, we had a man without a face. And he looked a little bit like you because he didn't have a nose. He didn't have a nose.
Oh, God, did you really just say that?
He did. Well, what am I gonna? What are you talking about? Kelly just had an attack.
You got it.
He didn't have a nose. He just had two holes, and he was born that way. he didn't have ears, and no construction, and he was my best friend. He really was. He was incredible. He had a mask, and he would just expose his face like yours to the public just for a moment, and the women would faint.
So what Sid's saying is you're going to become his new best friend.
That's
Yes! Yes!
We took the long way, but we are right back to what he wanted to say.
right. Okay.
Absolutely.
You want to know something?
Yes, I do.
We have to stay under an hour because
Yes.
everybody wants to see the Academy Awards, and so do I.
And
Yes.
they've got lots of toilet paper, either to cry or to shit.
What are you talking about?
Well, it's the Academy Awards. They're
She's
going
got a
on
real
the other-
potty mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Hey,
Sid,
thank you.
congratulations on 100 shows. Thank you so much for
I
having
love
me
you.
as part of it. I appreciate it. Yeah, congratulations. Here's a kiss. What you talking? Get out of here.
And you know what? I really wish you a lot of luck. I mean, it's the very hardest profession, but don't let anybody talk you out of it. It's something that you have to pursue.
My mom has been trying to talk me out of it for years, but I say no.
No, absolutely.
Don't
say
let
no.
them give you any shit.
Yeah.
I won't. I don't take crap from anybody.
That's right.
Thank you,
who
Sid.
writes- Goodbye.
Bye. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Kelly. Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you
Love
too.
you.
Oh my God, how
And-
cute.
Oh, I loved him. But now, wow, I can't wait. This I know.
This one he knows about.
Yeah, Kelly told me. I'm just beside myself because I am such a huge, huge fan, and we all know Terry Fader. So come on down, Terry.
Well,
Wow,
it's not Terry. I don't think Terry can make it
he
today.
couldn't make it today.
No, he's got somebody who's going to be standing in for him.
Wow.
So yeah, here I think he's oh
my God. No
Well, hello
way.
there. Sid Croft, nice to meet you.
Oh,
I'm a
that-
huge fan.
Oh my God, I'm a huge fan of yours. I saw every single concert, and I'll never forget the concert at a Universal Amphitheater where you flew over the entire audience. And oh my God, your shows were always so spectacular. You started that. Oh,
Well,
my
thank you. I have to
Thank
say
you.
that was not me who flew. That was a puppet.
It was a puppet that flew. Oh, see, I have so much misinformation. Look at all look who's behind you. Oh my God. All those celebrities, and you're amazing. Are you going to, I hope you're going to perform for us.
Well, I can if you'd like.
Oh God, that would be incredible. We miss you so much. Do you know, I know you know this. Do you know how you started? You were a mime. A mime.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Yeah. And that's why, your performances and your movements, combining your incredible talent, and your voice and the music, your songs that you wrote. Oh God, I love
thank you.
Love
Thank
you
you so
much.
much. I have to say, I'm a big fan of yours too, Sid.
Really? Did we
Yes,
used
of
to
course.
send you, the Beatles always asked for, every time an episode on Puffin Stuff was done, then they would ask for a copy because they were locked, just like you were, locked in your hotel room. And when you're a big celebrity like you or the Beatles, it's hard to go into public and
Yes,
even
that's
go
correct.
to a restaurant or whatever, that
Yes, we always got private showings of Puff and Stuff and Lidsville and of course Sigmund and the Sea Monsters. We just love all those shows.
really, thank you so much. Wow, what an honor this is. I hope I didn't screw you up with those shows because they were pretty psychedelic.
Yes, yes. No, I didn't take drugs, so at the time.
I know at the time. Yeah,
I
I
I
don't
take
think you
drugs now.
really,
To keep you alive.
Yes, that's right.
really.
Things like Pine Sol.
Oh, you are. Oh God, you're incredible. As a
Thank you.
matter, um, and tell us about your show in Vegas.
Yes, I performed with Terry Fator. He's at the New York Hotel and Casino. We're having a wonderful, wonderful time there. Oh, but there's somebody else that wants to say hello. Give me 1 second. I'm going to leave and we're going to get some. Hang on 1 second, Sid. Hang
Okay, I'm hanging. Oh my, wow, he just, that must have been like magic.
What?
Oh my God, my friend, my,
How's it going there? So nice to see you, Sid.
oh my God, I haven't seen you in such a long time. Do you
I
know
know
how
it's
many
been a
times
while.
you came to visit me in my house and I went,
Of course.
and of course, oh my
You
God,
look great.
Thank
Michael,
you.
oh
Have you
Michael.
had some work done?
Oh, of course, yes. With a chisel and a hammer.
That isn't nice.
But at
Kelly,
least my
I don't
at
know.
least my nose looks fantastic, don't you think?
It looks great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I don't know who writes Kelly's material, but
I do. I get paid a lot by myself.
oh my God. Oh, Michael, would you do a couple of bars?
Oh, of course I will. Here we go. She's out of my life. She's out of my life. And I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I miss you.
So welcome.
You know, we went to Vegas together and we walked through Caesar's Palace. And
Yes, I
we had
remember
about,
that.
I don't know, 8 or more bodyguards. And I got to tell you something. Do you remember that?
Of course I
Yeah.
remember.
And we went into Virgin Records, and they
Yes.
had to close I don't know, they had a wall that closed because there were thousands of people that knocked over all the tables in the casino because when they saw Michael walking through, it
Yeah.
was like panic time.
That
And
still happens
Michael
to me now.
said,
Well, if I saw you walking through anything, I would scream too. That is like Twilight Zone nightmares has been true. Well, Michael Jackson walking through anywhere right now.
no, he was amazing. When
Thank you.
he came to visit me and I wouldn't let him bring bodyguards, or he of course had a driver, and I brought food out to him because I just wanted to spend a one-on-one with you, and
Absolutely.
and just oh my God, he used to always say to me, "How do you know that?" I said, "Come on, I've been in the business since I was 10 years old, just like you."
That's right.
So we had a lot to talk about.
So where are you performing these days?
No,
Oh, I'm in Terry's show at New York, and you can still come visit me, Sid, when you come to Vegas.
no, I'm definitely coming to see you. Yeah. And you've been in Las Vegas, what? It's got to be over 10 years, right?
Yes, Terry's been there for 15 years now.
It's 15. Wow.
Yes.
When you're making a lot of money and you're having such a good time, time really flies, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Of course, Terry doesn't pay me. I do it for the love.
Oh, me too.
Oh my God, so does Kelly. Yeah. I mean, I can't. I just don't have enough money to pay Kelly on what she does. I mean, wow. I mean,
Terry has the money. He's just a cheap bastard.
Yeah. Okay.
Sid's silent now. Sid is silent.
No, because it is the truth. It is the truth. Do you know, I got to tell you something. I supported my family, so I used to stay in the crappiest hotels, and I went to the cheapest restaurants so I could send enough money home. God, looking at you, you're here. What a great image of Michael. It's fabulous. And the voice, well, your boss, Terry,
Yes.
that nobody he's so brilliant. And would you tell him and thank him?
I certainly will.
No.
And by the way, I was created by Chance Wolf, who is one of the best puppet makers in the whole wide world.
That is, and where is he?
He's up in, I believe it's in Seattle, Washington.
Uh-huh. Oh, we were in the Seattle World's Fair with Les Poupées de Paris. Yeah, that was the biggest puppet show ever produced. There were 250 puppets in it. And we had Michael in a couple of shows. And I think in that show, Liberace and Mae West and Maurice Chevalier, you know. We always had celebrities in all of the puppet shows.
Are you going to be watching the Oscars today?
Oh, of course. Terry's writer writes the Oscars, so he's definitely going to be watching, and I'll be watching too.
Oh, you know what? In 3 minutes will be 4 o'clock. I was just looking at the time, and that's going to be, we got to see what everybody's wearing. And Michael, I know you are really interested in that.
Very much. Can I just say, from Terry Fader and all the gang, we want to say congratulations on 100 shows. Wow, you're just something else, Sid. We love you so much.
And I love you. And please give Terry a big hug for me. And thank you so much for coming on.
You bet.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
You know what? Hey, thank you, everybody. That was awesome. And real fast, I'm going to talk real fast.
You don't have to.
Why?
You talk slow.
No, because did you see my stories? Basil Twist, the greatest puppeteer, the greatest director of puppetry, the greatest builder of puppetry. He's coming next week. He's in New York, but he travels all over the world because he does operas with puppetry all over the world. And he's coming here to work in the Creature Shop. And that's the Muppet Shop. And I'm just looking forward for him to come and visit me. And if you look on my stories, you'll see Stickman and the song that was sung with Stickman. There was a boy, an enchanted boy, you know, the Nature Boy song. I'm going to tell you a story about that next week because you know who's coming on next week? Weird Al Yankovic. Can you believe it?
No.
I mean, I got to pinch myself. Sid, pinch yourself. I mean, this is like unreal. And you know, I always reach for the stars. That's my whole career. And we've got some really incredible people coming. And thank you for joining me on the 100th.
And we want to thank every single person who has been here with us for 100 weeks. 100 weeks.
And what about you,
It's
Kelly?
been-
Hey, please, everybody, big shout out to Kelly, because without Kelly, I wouldn't even be here.
That is true.
I kept saying, no, I can't talk for 10 minutes. I hate doing interviews, and I love you out there.
And now we can't shut you up, and it's
guess
great.
What?
Hold on. I have big thank yous for today.
Dr. Wheaton, my eye doctor, said my eye will be fine in 7 days. So next week, I won't complain.
You won't look like an android?
No, I look like I should be in a horror movie. Okay.
All right. Thank you for
Yeah.
Scott and Lisa.
Yes.
Scotland School.
Yes.
Thank you, Liam in Canada.
Yes.
Thank you, Dustin, Trivia Puppet. Thank you, Toily and Grant. And thank you, Terry Fader.
Thank you.
Everybody, you guys have been great. Thank you, every single person who's been with us every single week, for sticking it out with us, who has been there through the tears and the hugs and the craziness.
I love you. I have to shut her up. She should just keep talking. It's 4:01.
Hey, I'm giving my thank you speech.
But I promise.
Oh, he's singing me off. The Oscars are more important. All right, you guys.
The orchestra is playing,
The tiniest violin.
Yeah, that's right. Love you. To be continued. Weird Al.